Shadow Empire, new game. Sorry, loading a save game. You guys don't see the screen, which is funny, but it's okay. Anyway, so this game, Shadow Empire, what is it? It's a 4X turn-based strategy game. More focused on the military side of things, it feels like, as in more combat and less diplomacy, more combat type deal. It's complicated. It's a complicated game. Let's see. So what's our current situation? We're currently at war with these guys down here. Basically, they used to control this whole southern part of the continent. There's 2 cities. There's our occupying forces there. Or it's not really occupying forces anymore. We own those cities now. But that one, Omicron there. So 3 at 8. They're actually, this is the left hand. That's Hanson something or other. That was a starting city. And then they grew out this way, and then they did this way, and they get that way, and that kind of stuff. So anyway. That was their territory. We've taken it. And we just started the war. Why did we start a war with them? They are a major faction. Okay, first of all, there's major and minor factions. We are a major faction. There's not so many major factions. Kind of, that's the way it goes. Minor factions, usually just one city if they're lucky. You just have to roll them over, and they join your side of things. The major factions you can actually conduct diplomacy with and trade, I think. Definitely diplomacy. And of course you wage war on them. And the objective of the game is to basically conquer the whole world. So there's none of this, oh yeah, you're going to win by diplomacy stuff. You're going to have to conquer everybody. So push them into the sea. Well, they're going to end up dead anyway, more than likely. I mean, they're going to put up a respectable fight, mainly because they don't have to worry about supplies. 'Cause supplies are a thing in this game. The question is how long can they keep their... How many supplies do they have to keep these guys supplied with ammo and that kind of fun stuff? Food, too. So the question is, how much are they producing in this city in order to keep these guys going? But even then, there's not that many. Well, there's more than it looks like. So let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 400 troops in there. There's 600. So 1,000. So they got a fair amount of troops here. But that's all they really have is troops. I got some RPGs, scavenger team, that don't matter. So mostly infantry. They don't have any mechanized stuff, no artillery to worry about. We do. So, we're going to win. It's just a question of how long is it going to take us. And it shouldn't take too long in all honesty. But anyway, and once we do, we are basically controlling the majority of this continent at least. Up through there. So to the west, we haven't conquered this yet. This actually technically belongs to the native inhabitants of the planet, a bunch of squid people. We've managed to make friends with them and stuff. I'll let Veronica do her thing.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please remember that YouTube wants you to like and comment on his videos. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. Okay, so I was just talking about these. These are cephaloids. They are the natural inhabitants of the planet. They developed naturally, so they are intelligent. They're just not as advanced as us, although they have some advancements now because we've been feeding them technology since we've met them. And again, they like us. And these guys are actually mercenaries. That they were basically looking for work, and we said, sure, you can join us. We'll use you. And they're not bad. I mean, they're not great, but they're not too different than our troops. Maybe not quite as good, but they're good enough. So we got that. What else? So again, I guess the next question is when do we start conquering them officially? I don't know. We haven't decided. We haven't got that far yet. We still have to figure out how boats work. I haven't figured out how to get boats working so we can get over to this other continent. So we still have to work on that. Okay, Rockettville, that's one of our cities. Mickey's Mirage is, can't see the title there, but that's our capital. Rockettville is the city next to it. That was a city that belonged to a minor faction. We can't conquer them pretty early. This is Lotard. This is another minor faction city we took a while back. And then one of the minor factions was in this area, but they didn't have any cities, but this is where they retreated to, this whole area. And yeah, so there's that. But again, so we have a number of cities to control. We still have to finish conquering this portion up because technically it still belongs to the bad guys, or at least the people who are losing. So we got that. Management stuff. So models. These are all the units that we can recruit. So different types. And this is these were our starting grunts. These are the upgraded ones. They got a better rifle, better enviro suit. Machine gun units, same deal. Motorized transports, these are basically just trucks to move stuff around. Buggies for recon type deal. Again, slightly upgrades there. Artillery. So we got 150 millimeter howitzers and 240 millimeters. And again, the difference is just, howitzers. And the light armor, so we have a light tank with a 40 millimeter high velocity gun. And tanks, you actually design your own vehicles, so you get to pick what kind of weapons you put on them. And the only real choices on the tanks are, do you want a high velocity gun or a howitzer? And as far as I can tell, howitzers are good against soft targets and high velocities against hard targets. Hard targets being, armored stuff. And decide how big of a gun do you want. That's basically it. So light tank, we just put 40 millimeter high velocity gun, 50 millimeters of steel plating, and a medium diesel engine. We have RPGs, bazooka stuff, anti-tank guns. Same idea as the tanks and stuff. The only difference is they don't get any armor, but they still have the same type of guns, maybe slightly larger. Armor transport, so this is your APC. Get put a little machine gun on there, some armor plating, how big of an engine do you want, stuff like that. Basically, the engines determine how fast they can move or whatever, relative to their mass. And we have mechanized artillery. It's basically the same idea as artillery, except it has some armor on it. And it's got its own engine, so they might be able to move around the map faster. But they don't seem to do as much damage for some reason, as far as I can tell. And then we have armor. Oh, so this is the first time I've ever been looking at this. So this is the medium tank with 88 millimeter high velocity cannon. This is an assault gun. It's technically not a tank. They call it an assault gun. It's got a big cannon on it with lots of armor, big engines. We don't have any of these made yet. They're not in production yet. And we have aircraft, although we're currently limited to ultralight aircraft. Not exactly too effective. Haven't really used them mainly because our design sucks. Our design sucks. It doesn't fly very far, but it's a first try. And then the heavy tanks, big guns, lots of armor, triple diesel engine. And we haven't built any of these yet either, so they're still untested. So look at that. Then we have all our leaders. Basically, commander of the army, directors of different councils that do different things, governors, advisor, that kind of thing. And this is our all the things in the left column. These are your, I don't know what these are classified as. We don't have any hover tanks. I haven't seen that technology yet. These numbers basically change based on decisions you make. Every turn, there's a number of decisions you have to make. They can vary from, say, 1 to, I think we've seen up to 11 or 12 at most. And the decisions you make determine these numbers. And as these numbers go up, they open up different parts going horizontally. So in this case, commerce. This is one we've mostly been focusing on. And as we've been leveling up, we get these extra stuff like private careers and corporations and wealthy friends, and all these little things are cards, which are what we call the what are they called? Stratagems. We'll look at those in a second. So stratagems. So basically, as you level this stuff up, get more cards, get some other stuff going, that kind of thing. So it's basically your government and what you actually do. So in our case, we are a democratic, focused on commerce, and mind more than fist and heart. Mind, of course, is, it helps your research and stuff. So you got that. And then tech. So basically, if the bar is green, that means you researched it. If it is yellow, it means you've discovered what it is, but you just haven't researched it yet. And of course, if it's gray, you haven't discovered it and you haven't researched it, obviously. And the little letters next to it represent what kind of technology it is. In this case, MI is military, AP is applied engineering stuff. So most of over here in the applied engineering are going to be that, but you can see there's some air related technologies there. Chemistry. I don't know what all the things. So EC, I think, is economics. AP, that's applied something or other. But anyway, you have councils or response. There are certain councils that are responsible for handling the research and stuff. Like there's a military council, there's an engineering or an applied engineering council, that kind of stuff, and that's their job, is to basically discover stuff and research it. And then type. This is all the different things you could possibly make or research to make, whatever. So there's jetpack infantry, rocket launchers, missile launchers, flak guns, all this other fun stuff. Quad machine guns. We got thopters, so that would be like a helicopter type deal. Oh, sorry, they're not. Well, they're thopters. Instead of having the whirly blades, these are thopter blades. They flap like birds, right? That's what a thopter is. And of course, you have the different aircraft, which we are severely lacking in. I don't even know what a lot of this stuff is yet. So anyway, that's our potential stuff there. What else? Oh, the stratagems. So these are the cards you pick up. You get so many of these cards every turn, and they do different stuff. But they cost certain resources to use. In this case, a little green fist is your political points, which you pick up so many per turn, depending on how many buildings and stuff you have, and that kind of thing. But again, you use those, get these things. You can send a spy against a faction or something like that. So, or talk and bribe MTH. MTH is a merchant faction. To learn information on its own, cost 100 credits plus that too. Then you get page of this stuff. Call of power, plead of friendship, nation stuff, recruit people, stuff. So many different cards we picked up. And then you have this resource, which is fate points. Usually you pick them fate points up. They're not a resource that you can actually produce like they are with political points or credits for that matter. You usually pick them up by doing certain things, or there's certain cards that you can use to pick up fate points. So like a disease. So basically you say, I'm going to unleash a disease on my people or whatever, and you get so many fate points for that, like 9. Or you can just, give bad food to some of your troops and stuff, and you get 2 fate points for that. I haven't used a whole lot of these. I'm not evil, so, and there's really no there are repercussions for using this stuff, but there's no alignment, so to speak. It's just a matter of like how evil you're feeling, and are you willing to suffer the consequences for doing that kind of stuff. But again, so many different cards, and a lot of these again come out as you develop your government stuff over here on the left side. Speaking of left side, resources. So many resources. So you got food, water, oil to run for your armies and stuff to move around. You got steel, which you need for building buildings, making ammo for your troops, or building new vehicles or whatever. Steel, very important. Then you have industrial points. Again, used for building buildings, building new troops, or recruiting new troops, and building new vehicles, that kind of stuff. Building roads, that kind of stuff. That's what your industrial points are. We have lots. Energy, got to power everything. Radioactives, the only way to get these is to buy them off the market, or if they're available, or you hopefully get a resource node out there where you can actually mine this stuff, which we have. And they have recruits. This is how many people you currently have available for recruitment, and you can set your different cities to be recruiting recruits every turn. You can determine how many numbers or how many you want recruited each turn, and then whether it's given a signing bonus and that kind of stuff. So in this case, we have lots of recruits that need jobs. And colonists, you can move these people around from town to town. This is rare metals. We haven't really had a need for these yet that I'm aware of. And machines, these are used for certain buildings and certain other things too. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're actually recruiting these anywhere. We usually end up buying these. I don't think we're producing these anywhere. And then high-tech parks, we have none of those yet. So, a good, let's see, which stream is this? This is stream number 6. So we are good 30 plus hours into this, and we don't have everything yet. But it's also technically only my second attempt at playing the game. The first attempt went very, very, very poorly. So, again, there's a lot to learn. You have reports up there, and there's the map, of course. So this is the map of the world as we know it. Oh, it does scroll. Okay. So again, the objective of the game is to conquer the entire world, which we are making a decent attempt at it so far. Preferences, stats. So this stuff, it's typical stuff for, you know, strategy games, whatever. You get to see all your graphs and whatever you want to do that. Okay, so what else? I think that's all the important stuff right now. Oh, buildings. Has so many systems. Yes, it does. It's not a simple game. It is not. Oh, over on the left there. Oh wow, one of the cities we picked up is our biggest city. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. It's got almost 100,000 more than our biggest city. That's funny. That Omicron was a minor faction. How that city got so big, I don't know, but there it is. So we got that. Anyway, so these are the buildings that we have currently constructed. You can actually go... Oh, sorry, no, this is just Omicron. So you can just click on the city and see what they have. So in this case, Mickey's Mirage has more buildings, all the different things. So there's a metal mining facility, agriculture, recycling, truck station. Oh yeah, transportation. Logistics. Very important. We got air base, we got a rail station, radioactive mine. This is all attached to, are all currently in Mickey's Mirage Zone. And the cool thing here is you don't have to build all the buildings yourself. A lot of these cities will start building stuff on their own. It's just that you don't control them. But some of them you can actually pull them into the government. All you have to do is pay for them. Hey, do I get welcome back? So that's a plus. Oh, there's Mickey. Will he put the tongue out? Will he put the tongue out? Doesn't look. He's putting the tongue out. Yet. He wants to. He had to wake up just to move to go back to sleep. Anyway, which is on your YouTube. Fascinating. It's a very deep game, that's for sure. There's a lot to keep track of and whatever. So anyway, all these buildings, they all do their own thing. Just click on them and see what they do. So a brothel. Brothels they produce 50 quality of life points for entertainment. So that's what a brothel's good for. Farms, as they go up in level, produce more stuff. So they produce food, private food, and population credits. So that's good. It's a food. So that's a farming community. And we're building this. Oh, sorry. And this building is not being built by us. This is being built by the city. So it's not really under our control. But we should be able to bring it into the government's control. How do we do that again? It's been a while. Let's see. So Mickey's Mirage up here. So if they're gray, that's already our building. These are not. So light industry. So we can nationalize it. Oh, sorry, that one can't be nationalized. Can the zoo be nationalized? No, it can't. Commercial asset. So not everything can be brought into the government for whatever reason. Waste. Cannot be. Private lab. No. I wonder if those are grayed out because we can't afford it. We don't have a lot of credits right now. We only have, what? 281. Free folk, these are with the little towns that are within the zone, but they're not part of the city. These people will migrate to your main city if everything is going well there. It's a casino. Yeah, I'm guessing. I don't know. Again, I don't know if those can't be nationalized because they don't have the money to do it. Lauderd. I think we grabbed all the stuff down here. Farm? Anyway, and you can build new buildings too. You can either build them in, depending on what's going on. So construction. So construct. So this is what we can build currently in, where are we? Mickey's Mirage. So we can upgrade our agricultural facility or our hydroponic farm. Oh, we haven't built one of these yet. So what's the difference? These are all agricultural farms. Okay, it's already present in this hex. Okay, so you can only build one of those. They have slightly different qualities to them. So in this case, the dome requires more energy than a regular agricultural facility, but not as much water. Same amount of manpower, produces the same amount of food, but it's got different resources to do that. And these are pretty much the same idea. Less people, but more water. A little bit more energy for the hydroponics. And the regular, this one, the level 4 one's lots of water, but produces quite a bit of food too. So you can just upgrade it or build this one if we want. We don't need to right now. Then you have mining stuff. These guys produce the rare metals, fuel, and regular metals. All valuable stuff. Energy. We're doing really well on the energy side of things right now. Something good for that. Industry. So we can upgrade our industry and biofuel refinery. Heavy industry. There's our machines that get produced. So we actually need one of these. And it will take 4 rounds. Need 2,000 workers. Need some machine parts to get it going. Oh, we need high-tech parts. Construction costs 2. Industrial points not a problem. Metal's not a problem. So, where do we get our high-tech stuff? I don't think we can buy that. Can we buy that on the market? Trade? Buy. So there's no high-tech parts or machines to buy. We can sell some fuel if we want. We tend to not sell. Well, we got lots of fuel. So we could sell 43 units of fuel for 190 credits. That's all they're going to buy currently. So there's that. Now again, stuff we could buy, but we don't need to buy any of this. And it's not unlimited money either for the markets as far as what they'll buy. They only have a limited amount of money to spend. How much money is that? I don't know. But it definitely takes them time to, get their stuff back. Because there's some type of trade going on, but I don't know how it's working, in all honesty.
Hello everyone.
There she goes.
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, so we have 4,600 colonists available at the zone's SHQ. Upon arrival, they will either join the zone's workers or the zone's population. Please select amount of colonists. So I don't know where we'd send these guys. We could send them as workers as population. And I don't know.
Copy that.
I don't know where they're going. You send them, but I don't know where they're going. So, anyway, construction. I was going to look at, so industry. So we don't have an option here to produce high-tech parts. So we can, all we need is one high-tech part, and we can get this heavy industry going. And as far as the machine parts go, we have 8 or 9. So we could get it going. But it would never finish until we get that one part. So we'll hold off on that. Government buildings you can buy. So what do these guys do? They produce your political points. Right? Or wait a minute. No, these are bonus points production per round output. I don't know. Education protection per round. I don't know what that does either. BP production. Oh, BPs are some type of point. I don't know what this stands for. But it's related to military stuff. And then the little castle. I don't know. I think this might. I don't know what this is exactly. Political bonus points. But it's not a fist, so, or is it? No, it's not a fist. I don't know what that actually is. Then a hospital, so health makes people healthier, makes them happier. Bureaucratic offices, this produces BPs as well. And others, we can do barracks. Security per round. Ah. Build a vidcom station to make the people happy. And then radiation treatment, because if you have a radiation problem, which I don't think we do, but you never know, we can start the production on this stuff though.
Copy that.
Hey, was it done yet? That one, and that was government, right? So a vidcom station to make the people happy.
Copy that.
So there's that. Anyway, that was government. Logistics. 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 So in this particular city, Mickey's Mirage, we have a truck station, a rail station, airbase station. All level 2. Railhead, this is basically just the end of the line for a rail, I think. Anti-radiation infrastructure, not sure what that's good for if you don't have a radiation problem. Bunkerization, this is for defenses of the city. And the roads though. So these are very important buildings for you. All the little lines you see on the screen, the black line with the white dots, that's basically like a freeway. It's a paved road is basically what it is. There's train tracks down there too. Actually, you can see them right here. See a little, looks like a little ladder kind of thing going through there. So that's the railway, and the brown lines, those are dirt roads. And you can see the little airplanes. So we have air stations and those. Doesn't do us a whole lot of good because we really don't have any planes that are good at doing anything. So I'm not going to worry about that. But anyway, so let's try to finish these guys off, and we're done for this turn. I'm pretty sure everybody's done their thing. Yeah, see the little action points down here in the lower left-hand corner. That's the important stuff. Usually it takes about 80 to 90 points worth to attack somebody. And all these guys have moved, so... Oh, you're 54, but you can't move anywhere yet, because there's a river in the way. Oh, and also the... So bottlenecks. So this represents your logistics highway or transportation stuff. If it's green, good. If it's blue, okay. Yellow, okay. Red, black, bad. And this is representing bottlenecks, meaning there's too much going through here. It's not flowing smoothly for whatever reason. And each one of these cities is producing stuff, right? Usually, like food and oil or whatever. The whole idea is this is your logistics related to your armies. And all your armies, if you can see at the lower left-hand corner of each one, they have a little colored square. If it's green, fully supplied. If it's blue, yellow, whatever, it means they're not getting everything they want. If it's black, they're getting nothing. And when they don't have enough supply, when they don't get enough supplies, they start losing people. So generally, you can actually eliminate other armies by just cutting off their supply lines, and they eventually just die out. We actually had that happen last week, I think it was. Because when the war first started, we didn't have anybody up here to defend, because I didn't think that they were going to be able to get here like in 3 turns, which they managed to do. They came in and actually took Keysbeck, which is our port, and actually had Rocketville for a little while too. They had like 5 or 6 armies in this area. We turned around and with some of our armies and came back and pushed them back up against the wall here. Basically got them out of the port town, and they're actually up here in the swamp area, and they just died off because they had no supplies. So we didn't actually have to kill them by hand. We just let them starve to death. The American way. So logistics, a very real mechanic, very important, because you will, and that'll happen to you too. If your armies are you can only get supplies if you're so close to a road. In this case, I think it's like 2 or 3 hexes. I think you have to be close enough to. So this one over here along the coastline, he's good because there's a road that goes right there. So he's fine. And these guys are good too because there's roads all through here. So this isn't being used because there's no city here. It's right there for our control. So our supply lines are basically stopping right here on these guys. So, but anyway, we're good. Everybody's green. All set. So, next turn, and then we should be able to beat these guys up because again, we have armor moving in, artillery as well. Although artillery can be questionable in its effectiveness. I think you have to have lots of artillery for it to be really effective. And we don't have lots of it. We have lots of armor, but yeah. So again, we still have to move down to this lower portion here, take all that stuff. So, round 71. No losses, but we have 7 decisions to make. Now we're in full-blown crisis of violence. The effect of your zones run the risk of suffering danger-related events. The current strength of this effect is very serious at 100. Danger tests and zones will be modified with plus 25. In 2 turns, the effects of crisis of violence will start diminishing. So this is this usually is an indication you've been at war too long when it gets up this high. So you need to take care of that. Oh, look, a new thing. We discovered a new model, a tank destroyer. A tank destroyer. Right there in the center, that little icon there. We discovered a new tech. Sanitation programs. We know this is not a very sexy subject, but we strongly believe that with some minor efforts we could make quite some gains and increase the health of our population. So this game is developed by a non-native English speaker. Some of these sentences are really awkward. It's not me, it's the actual text. So just know that. We discovered a new OOB, Light Armor Infantry Army. So this an OOB is, I didn't look it up exactly, but it's like an operating orders kind of for armies. It's basically what's in an army, what vehicles, personnel, that kind of stuff. So in this case, light armor infantry. So we'll have to see exactly what that is. Give 500 credits to the populace. So these are new stratagem cards that we just picked up to go into our deck that we'll probably never use. Some of them, most of them. Other stuff. Oh, and these are the, our bid of 776 credits, blah, 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 failed as they went to the highest bidder, Hanson Nation, for 1,400. So you can buy shares of these merchant companies out there, and when you own shares of that company, they pay you dividends every turn. Not a lot, but some. But you have to buy them first, and you're bidding on them. In this case, like I said, we only bid 776 credits, and they went for 14, so we fit. No big deal. No big deal there. Okay, we don't need to see choke points right now.
Saturday and Sunday, May 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for May. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching and happy Wednesday. So, Copper Slope. Copper Slope. I'm pretty sure we didn't see the E there for a long time, so I thought it was Copper Slop. I don't think that E was there last week. Pretty sure I've been calling it Copper Slop. But anyway, doesn't matter. But so we can't see what's actually in the city right now. That's their stuff. Hanson Nation, this is what they're left with, basically. Or we just don't know a lot about them. Assets. So they do have a farm, so the people aren't going to starve to death. Nice light industry. Light industry produces industrial points, population credit. So he's got stuff to transport, police station, school, sewer. So he doesn't have any metal production, so he would eventually run out of ammunition that way. But he does have food production. The question is how much food? Is it enough? He's producing 500 food per turn. In comparison, oops. Food. Oh, we're currently dropping food, but we've got a 12k reserve. So basically the food's dropping down probably because of related to the distance to our armies to supply lines. That might be a thing there. Anyway, so these guys can go in there and do this. Ah, it's 1 to 9, not good. What if we add another one? 1 to 6. What if we throw in some, right there we go, a little bit better. 3.3. Send in the mercenaries. Nope, don't send in the mercenaries. You guys, 3.2, still not better. So we take these guys out. Huh. That's funny. Add more of these walkers and the odds go down. Let's do cancel. So this is just regular grunts. Oh, their job here is to go down that way and reclaiming the territory. Or sorry, not reclaiming the territory, but actually claiming the territory. These guys. Oh, we got some extra APCs here. Some 1,000 more troops too. 0 guns. These are the machine guns. These are just regular grunts or grunt 2s. Okay, so you guys down there. You guys can go support them. So all rounders. These are medium tanks. Those will help. Another APC. Got a little bit of artillery there. Nothing there. Technomage. Technomages. As a better would benefit with his mastery of drone and sensor gadgets. Anyone attacking them suffers a 50% penalty in their attack, so it doesn't really help us attacking though. Priest is a defense thing too. That's okay. You guys go there. So now they're surrounded. Oh, look at all these guys that are not in the right spot. Okay, so we're going to move these guys as a group. Maybe go that way. Oh, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's not showing up as... I wonder if what that really is there. Oh, spruce. There we go. So, oh, a port. So that's a port. So we control this port now, basically. Got some food production going on, some of this other stuff. So good. No group move. How about ranged attacks? Anybody got ranged attacks? So we don't. Oh, there's our artillery. How many artillery do we actually have? Only 20. Let's see. So all these have range attack. We're not in a rush. I guess we can try to pelt them a little bit. See if this does anything. Probably won't do much. Oh, actually effective. Killed somebody. Actually killed somebody for a change. Artillery usually doesn't kill stuff. We just have enough there, I guess. So I can actually see. Killed 100 of the... Oh, RPGs even, so... That'll be helpful. Now who wants to... Now they can't attack though because of that. Got APCs. Okay, so 1 to 1.5. Bring in all the heavy stuff, or heavier stuff. Those are trucks. I don't want to bring the trucks in, right? Oh, those trucks help apparently. That one didn't. Wonder what's good with those. 12 to 1. And we'll hold everybody else back for now. So, odds are 12 to 1. Not as good as you'd think. Stuff can still happen. Anyway, numbers on the left and right, estimation of offensive and defensive modifications. So these guys they're entrenched, so they got a plus 69% there, but they're not ready. Somewhat ready. Leader skill modifiers. Modified defensive power. Defensive power there, 436 against our 36 grand. So we should have a significant advantage here. So, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Send in the cavalry. All clear, sir.
So, skull means they were killed, or they're dead. These guys mean they capitulated or surrendered. So they basically lost that fight. They all are basically considered dead. There's no difference in this game between surrendering and dying. It's the same result. They're considered dead. So we won the fight. And they're all dead, so we win. Oh, can't cross in there. There we go. So, we won. Now it's just a matter of exploring all down here and taking all that stuff. So, guys, can you still move? Yes, you can. Okay, so now it's, like I said, just a matter of just moving through these areas, and that should be pretty much it for the war. Because he doesn't have any more cities left that we're aware of, at least, unless he's captured something up here somewhere. But I don't think he has. At least I don't think so. I think he's pretty screwed at this point. So, reports. Empire dashboard, this is us. We're popular, somewhat. Urgent issues. Known urgent issues. General urgents. So, low relations, domestic issues, nothing there.
Hello
Actions.
everyone. My
Oh,
name
that's
is
us.
Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please click the like buttons on his videos. You will make him feel better about himself. That's it. Thanks.
Oh, there we go. So your victory score is higher than 50 while your closest competitor has 25 or less than you. So if we can get up to 50, we win-win. And Hansen Nation, that's the ones we're currently at war with. I don't know who Hochstadt is. But apparently they're still out there somewhere. So we gotta find them. Organizations. This is interior. This is our interior stuff. Regimes. So these guys. These are the ones we're at war with. They're Republican. It's played by an AI. Relations 35. Recon level 2. So apparently they have stuff out there. We just don't know where. Okay, motion that our private assets reach at least 153 levels. So that means private assets are like buildings and stuff. And we'll go from 150 to 153. You have to do this by round 77. Currently on round 71, so that's doable. So we'll accept this motion.
Yes.
Warrior Armor is pleased. Model Design Council task priorities. Discover models or design models. We're good with 50-50.
Copy that.
Models are, of course, our units. Protest in Keysbeck. This is our port, or our port to the north. Send in the troops to end the protest. Oh, give in to some of their demands. They want 17 credits. 17 credits. I think we can afford that by talking to them. So again, these decisions, sometimes it's just straight up send in the troops, pay them off a little bit, or pay them off with money, or you can make a skill roll, which is not always the smartest thing to do, because this particular roll, the Ortera roll, get a D100 roll, get plus 16 to the roll, and they get the roll against you. Or sorry, there's a difficulty value that you have to, you know, go against. And sometimes you actually have to roll against them too, depending on what the decision is. But in this case, we have to roll over a 95 modified. So that we'd have to roll, what, 87? 86? 85, 87. I don't know. Anyway, more than 85. And we're not making that roll. So we're definitely paying them off. And we can lose up our democracy a couple of points, which we're trying to do anyway. We want our democracy to get up to 90, apparently. We're only at 77, or 71, so we got a while to go. And again, as your numbers over here go up, you get little bonuses and stuff. That's a whole list there. So at 71 democracy, quality of life bonus increased by 100%, get another stratagem, and unit feet of second, and I don't know what that means. But at 80%, political bonus is 8 plus 80%, and stratagem call to rebellion number 2. Whatever that stuff is, I don't know. Okay, worker on Omicron are harassed. Blah, blah, this is causing unrest and hurting the happiness of our workers, which we do. Send in the troops. Autocracy goes up 7. Investigate who is directing the harassment. So this is your role versus rule thing. But, a little different. Instead of a straight value you have to beat, it's a random one. They get a 50 plus 2d100 with an average of 146. They only have a d100 plus 23, so we're not beating that roll. And if you fail, it causes unrest and all this other fun stuff. Let's see. So do nothing. Unrest increases by 20. Send in the troops. We have troops there already, so.
Yes, sir. Roger Roger that,
100
sir.
soldiers and 3,000 security personnel are confronting 34,000 militants. Our troops failed. So, unrest is increased by 40. Fear by 20. 300 militants were killed. Worker happiness decreased by 1. So, that went well. Oh, we had more troops there. Okay, riots in Hanson. There is now rioting in the streets and domes. Loyalist population is being aggressed. And there are even firefights breaking out. What should we do? Send in the troops. Give credits for 1,200. So we could pay them off if we want. We just have to come up with 1,200 credits, which we might be able to do. So we go to our trade and sell some stuff like, oh, I don't know. What our resources look like. So fuel. We have lots of fuel. So we can sell off lots of fuel. Oh, 160 credits worth. Boo.
Roger that.
Metal. We have lots of metal too. Well, we're using that for building buildings though. Food. We've got 12,000 food. See, they're not buying a whole lot.
Roger that.
Sell some metal.
Roger that.
And that's it. So they basically ran out of money. So unless we buy stuff, oh, like these high-tech parts and machine parts. Of course, then our money goes bye-bye. We're up to 1,600. So let's pay these guys off first. See how much money we have left over.
Yes, sir.
So to take care of this, the riots are taken care of there. Orders for Governor of Keysbeck. This is our port city, northern port city now. Worker salary, public budget. I don't even know what the budget means. That should be good. Allow emergency food. We're not recruiting people or colonists, so it's all fine. We can even redeem the city if we really want to.
Affirmative.
Okay, so they're under control. Okay, training opportunity, 1st Independent Medium Tank Battalion. We have some training opportunities in the 1st Independent Medium Tank Battalion. We can either form several prospects into a specific discipline, or we can put all our efforts into improving one prospect. So, 2 intelligence experts, or turn the best prospects into veteran sergeants. This is usually the better way to go, because these guys give your troops better performance or in combat and stuff. So,
Roger
yes.
that.
I'm not sure what the spies are good for, or whatever they're supposed to be. Okay, so that. Okay, trade. We have 395 credits left. I'm only going to buy 1 credit, or 1 medal for 83 credits.
Roger that.
Now we can buy some stuff, though. We have almost 400 credits to spend. Oh. We got a... We didn't buy any machine. Oh, so none of that stuff is available now? Did we buy it automatically? I don't think so. Oh. I wanted to buy machines and high-tech parts, but now it's not available anymore. It was 2 seconds ago, but we have it too. I don't know how this happened. Okay, so everybody else, let's get you back home. Let's see. The mechs, they always seem to get good movement. And the trucks. Good truck can move. Holy crap, that thing can move. So the trucks, we usually send those back to Mickey's Mirage.
Hey, bag of water, it is time to take a break.
Already?
Go stretch your legs. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Our mercenaries. Okay, good timing. Oh, before I forget though, we wanted to get construction started on... Is it industry? The heavy industry. We want to build this really badly. So we can start producing our own machinery. So...
Copy that.
Okay, so... that'll be it for this turn. And I do need to take a break, but let me do this real quick. Let me do this at the first break for the day. So save game. Today is what, 17th. Okay, so. And then one on my break, we'll process the turn, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.